Hi, I'm Manny, and I've been thinking about social media a little bit because I've been posting sort of works in progress things to my Blue Sky account, and it says I have 60 followers, but I assume most of them just don't really get my posts or anything because they rarely ever get likes. And it's not necessarily that I need likes for validation or anything like that. It's just there seems to be a very strange separation between how it's supposed to function and how it actually functions. Like, I wish social media had a bit more of a backdoor window where you could see the reason why, oh, this post wasn't like bumped up because of this reason, or this post didn't wasn't as popular because of this particular, you posted it at this time and it's not like the most active hours for the users that are interested in this. Like stuff like that I think would help a lot with understanding your content cadence and being able to efficiently sort of figure out how and where to post, no, when and where to do your like social media posts. But I guess I'm just a little bit bitter because admittedly it is kind of a petty thing, but I do see other people posting art that is admittedly way better than mine, but they get all of this engagement and all of this stuff, and then I try posting and asking people, "Hey, what do you think? Like, what can I do to make this better? Did I do this correctly or blah blah blah?" Like, right? Like common critique stuff, but it doesn't seem to get any like real engagement. And I don't mean engagement in terms of, oh, I want to monetize this stuff. I just mean connecting with people via my art, which is kind of, the whole reason I do it and I do these videos. Now, the videos not getting like crazy views and stuff, I'm fine with that because honestly, I'm a little bit scared that videos might get to the point where people who know me see them, and the person I am in these videos isn't necessarily the person I am to people who can like see me physically. And I genuinely think that it would help me as an artist to have like people that don't know me be like, "Oh, I like this about your art and I think you did this really well, but this isn't done that well, or I don't like this style or something." Like just being outside of a very lonely echo bubble, I think would help me grow as an artist, but I guess I'm gonna have to wait until someone accidentally runs into like my a post that's particularly good, or a video I make that is like a little bit better than what I usually do, which is just like talk and put this on the background. Speaking of which, I'm actually really, really proud of the progress I've made in this particular artwork. And not necessarily because of the quality of the artwork, even though I think I'm doing pretty good, but it's because I sat down in one afternoon and did pretty much most of this. Well, actually, I did all of this, and then off camera, I actually went as far as to finish the subject, right? The female figure, and then do a little bit of like the background decorations. I still need to complete it, but I'm really proud that I sat down and I actually got it done because, as I've stated time and time again, I am a painfully slow artist so far. And I think part of the thing that hurts me in social media is that I do take way too much time to finish things. And it's not like I can't, like, I shouldn't be allowed to take my time. Like, by all means, let myself cook. But what I mean is, I am very, very capable of uh making faster progress on my artwork. It's just the things that hold me back aren't necessarily my capabilities, more so my mindset, or the fact that I'm actually really out of shape lately, and it's affected my energy levels. You get home from work and you're thinking, "Oh, I'm going to draw," but then that sort of post work lull hits you where it's like, "Oh, I don't have to put in effort right now." And then your body lets itself feel all the exhaustion because I go hard at work. Like I don't have to, but I do give it 110%, not because they pay me well, but rather just because I'm that kind of person, I guess. And then I get home and it's just like my body is like, okay, hit the bed, boom, and I'm out. Uh, if I feel the pressure to do something that keeps me out of bed, because the moment I touch my bed, the moment any molecule in my body makes contact with the bed, it's over. Like I've lost 3 hours that day minimum. But if I need to like wash clothes, or if the dogs need attention, or if like something needs doing that's like keeping me away from touching the bed, then that'll keep me productive throughout pretty much all of the afternoon, and I'll be able to actually get stuff done. And just a quick note here, if you're wondering why I'm sucking my own dick so much, it's because, well, I talked to the psych, not the psychic, the psychologist. I didn't go get a tarot card reading or nothing. And she told me that I really need to stop self-deprecating so much, and that like I could take little steps, like give myself little credits for some things I do that in retrospect are good, productive decisions, and try and dial it back on the self-deprecation, because I guess it's not only bad for me, it's bad for other people, because it just, I assume it comes across as like either self-pitying, or like just annoying, right? So you want to, it's like a balance, right? You want to give yourself credit for the good things and like say, "Hey, I could have done better here." But yeah, I'm trying to do that, and that's why I'm like trying to recount on video so that there's proof that, hey, I do get stuff done and do good things occasionally. But speaking of things I did well, I think I actually nailed the hands, because it's a very tricky angle, because one hand clearly should be bigger than the other in terms of where the camera's facing. So it should be more detailed and more heavily shaded, but you don't want the other one to be shaded less and come off as like either having less visual importance or less detail, because that can make people notice, because no drawing is going to have perfect proportions. At least no drawing I make is going to have like perfect proportions. Like I'm not that good. But if you can get the details just right, and if you can put enough detail where it's supposed to go, then people can be willing to like overlook one hand being bigger than the other, even though it shouldn't be, or maybe the head being too small or something like that. I guess it would take like a pretty experienced artist, or at least someone who's like familiar with these kinds of things, to look at it and on first view be like, "Oh, that actually looks kind of wonky." Uh, but anyway, that's all the yapping I've got for today. Thanks for listening if you did, or watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.